Good morning from State Adventures. I have put together a trip for single occupancy for Ecuador and Peru. And this includes a beautiful luxury cruise in the Galapagos, which I'm very excited to share with you. So I'm going to show you my screen now, and you will be able to see the PDF that I'm sending you as well. But sometimes it's better to go through this together this way. That way I can tell you a little bit about the logistics, how everything works. And of course, this is your trip, so we can change anything you'd like. So for your April trip, this is a private tour for one person. It doesn't mean you're going to be alone throughout Peru and Ecuador. It means that you're going to have services with your private drivers, private cars, private guides for all the city touring, ruins tours, and things like that. And when you're out in the islands, you will be on a yacht with 18 other people, and they will have a tour together. And I'll tell you a little bit about that when we get to that part. So April 20th, you will fly to Quito, Ecuador. The reason that date is on here is because I based it around a cruise that is available in April that has a single cabin for you. If you want to travel any other time of the year, you just let me know and I will find another cruise availability to tack into your dates that are preferred. But for this particular cruise, April 20th works. So we can tweak anything before and after the cruise, but the cruise itself has to be on a specific date. So once you arrive in Quito, you will look for a sign with your name on it, and my team will be there to pick you up in a private car and take you to the hotel. I chose the Plaza Grande for your property. This is a hotel right in the middle of the main square. Great location, great restaurant. You can walk around in this beautiful square and just kind of take in the city of Quito, which is a lot of fun. And on April 21st, that guide that would have picked you up at the airport will come right back. And after breakfast, and you can see on every day I put BL, BLD, those are meals that are included for you already. So on this particular day, you have breakfast at the hotel, which is always a beautiful spread in South America. And then L means lunch, which means when we're out touring, we're going to have a beautiful lunch together, you and your guide. So he will show you the equator line. He will show you the highlights of Quito, the cathedral, the main squares. You will go to the overlooks to see the city from above, and you will have lunch at one of our favorite places, which is a crater restaurant next to an active volcano. You will even do some chocolate tasting and other things that can be found in Quito. It's a really wonderful city. I have lived here for a few months myself and have been back to Ecuador 7 times, so I know it well. It's a wonderful place to explore. And then he'll bring you back to the hotel, and you have free time. You can eat inside the hotel. You can go next door to another beautiful restaurant, and that is on your own. And our guide, of course, will show you places to consider. But of course, that's why I choose nice hotels, so that if you want to eat in the hotel, you can. April 22nd, the guide will come right back. And now we want to show you a little bit of Quito, a little bit of life in Ecuador outside of the city before you head off to the islands. So you can head north to Otavalo or south to Cotopaxi. So on this itinerary, I wanted to show you Cotopaxi. This is a national volcano park. It's filled with haciendas, which are working ranches. So we're going to spend a day by the volcano, visiting a ranch. If you want to go horseback riding, we can, or we can go hiking to a lagoon or do a soft walk. You will see lava. You will have a beautiful traditional Ecuadorian lunch here on the ranch. So it's a really great place. And getting from here to from Quito to here is about 2-hour drive, and we will stop at a local market. So just to get a glimpse of a life in the Andes, life on the Avenue of the Volcanoes. Again, come back to Quito, have an evening at leisure, and now we're off to the Galapagos. So on April 23rd, there is a cruise. It's called the Infinity Yacht. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous luxury yacht. I love this boat so much. We use it all the time. It has a lot of special things, like every cabin has a balcony, which is huge in the Galapagos, because you can, Galapagos is not like you're out in the open waters all the time. You're very near islands pretty much all the time. So it's really nice to have a balcony and sit out there in the afternoon between the excursions and watch the wildlife on the islands and the beautiful views. The other thing that Infinity has is it has 2 guides on board. So they actually have the smallest groups that go off to the islands because they split the group in a group of 10. So all other boats only have 1 guide and they go off in groups of 16. So the Infinity has a lot of perks like that. It's a wonderful boat and it's a 3-night, 4-day itinerary. Every day you're going to have all your meals included, afternoon tour, morning tour. They have kayaking. They have, you're going to do wet landings, dry landings. You're going to go to all sorts of animal colonies and wonderful uninhabited islands. It's a great experience. The Galapagos, you can do 3-night cruise, 4-night cruise, 7-night cruise. There's even some 5-night cruises. Of course, there are hotels on some of the islands, so we can always tack on a day or 2 in a hotel if you want to have some restful beach time as well. It's a great itinerary. This is a really intro to the Galapagos. Let's say it visits, I believe 4 islands total, Santiago, Rábida, Santa Cruz, and Genovesa. So you will get a really good sense of different islands, different sites. But of course, if you're looking for a longer itinerary, just let me know and we will find one that works. So after the cruise is done, and they take care of everything. When we take you to the airport, we take care of your ID cards, entry tickets, your logistics to help you through all the customs, your flights, your seats, luggage, everything is handled by us. All you have to do is wake up in the morning and we'll take you to the airport. And same thing coming back to Quito. Once you arrive back in Quito from the Galapagos, we will connect to Peru. So there's going to be a travel day today. So in the morning, you're going to have your excursion. You're going to see giant tortoises. Then we're going to take you to the airport, fly 2.5 hours to Quito, have a connection time there, and continue from Quito to Lima. So it's a long day, but it's worth to do it in one day so that you're not wasting 2 days flying. In Lima, now we're on the ocean. Now we're in this really metropolitan city. I chose the Iberostar because it's a great location in Miraflores, which is a very lively, tourist-friendly place. It has a market. It's right on the ocean, has beautiful views. This hotel has a rooftop restaurant and bar and a pool, so you can hang out there, especially after, in the mornings. It's so beautiful. And then we're going to take you to show you the sights of Lima. So we do Lima a little bit differently. Outside of just the highlights of Lima, like the main square and cathedral and so on, we like to have a tasting tour of Lima. Why? Because Peru is known as the best food in the world. They have some of the best restaurants, the top 50 in the world. Many of them are here in Lima. So we like to show you Lima through kind of a foodie eyes. And you will have, lunch at the ruins. You will have pisco sours by the ocean. So you will still get to see all the highlights, but we incorporate some tastings. It's a wonderful experience. And as always, you have a private guide, private car, and so on. So it is at your pace. You don't have to rush. And of course, if you're interested in something more than others, we will spend more time there. And now we're ready to head towards Machu Picchu. So we're going to fly from Lima to Cuzco, which is at really high altitude. So what I like to do is to prepare you and help you acclimate. We will spend 2 nights in the Sacred Valley first. Sacred Valley is 2,000 feet lower than Cuzco, so really it's much easier to breathe. And it is a hub for Incan sites, ruins, markets, indigenous villages. So we will see plenty of things in the next 2 days before we head to the actual ruins of Machu Picchu. So on the first day, we're going to go to Salineras, which is a wonderful salt laboratory of the Incas, and other sites as well. We'll have a beautiful lunch on a farm, and then spend 2 nights at the Aranwa Sacred Valley Hotel. Great little property. The views are incredible because the Sacred Valley is just surrounded by mountains and valleys. And the hotel has a lot of amenities on their property, like trails and a library and I think even a movie theater from how I remember it. So there's lots of little things that you can enjoy on property while you're acclimating and preparing to visit the ruins. So the next day, again, we're going to see some sites. Pisac Market, which is the largest indigenous market in South America. Then we're going to go to Ollantaytambo, which is a really wonderful fortress of ruins, and a village as well, where you can see life going on in the Andes. Really wonderful place. Those 2 days will help you acclimate and prepare. And now we're ready to get on the train. It's a 2-hour ride from the Sacred Valley to Machu Picchu. It's a wonderful glass dome shaped train called Vista Dome. And once you arrive in Machu Picchu, my Machu Picchu expert will be there waiting for you. And we send a porter. So the porter will take your bag, we'll put it in the hotel, and you actually get on the shuttle with the guide and head straight to the ruins. It's a really wonderful experience. That way you're not in this crazy train station with 500 other people trying to find their hotels. We whisk you right out of the station and make sure everything is handled for you logistically. You have the first ruins tour in the afternoon. You have lunch, then you come back down to the village, check into your hotel, rest, and have dinner here. Because I want you to rest, because the next morning we're going to go right back to the ruins in the morning, and you have a choice here with your guide on what to do. The ruins are here. Huayna Picchu is this big peak here. If you're active and you love hiking, we can go all the way to the top here. If you want a softer hike, there's Uchuri Picchu, which is this peak, wonderful hike as well. So there's many different things that we can do. But the reason we come back the following morning for a second visit to the ruins is because at sunrise, the colors are magnificent. The chance of rain and clouds are way less than in the afternoon. And also there's less people. There are only 500 permits allowed to Huayna Picchu and a few others for the other peaks. So there's way less people. On a typical afternoon, there's 3,000 to 5,000 people at the ruins. So it makes a huge difference to come back in the morning. After your tour, you have some free time. We pack up and we take a train back to Cuzco. And now we are fully acclimated, so you can really enjoy this beautiful cobblestone city. I have Casa Andina Premium ready for you for 2 nights, and that will help you rest this first day when we come back from the ruins, and then spend a day touring on day 13th, again with our private guide, showing you the highlights of this beautiful city. Really wonderful to walk around. I don't include a lot of meals in Cusco because there are so many fun little places, and the guide will show you where to eat, where to go if you want some afternoon free time to explore on your own. But of course, he will be there with you for the duration of the tour. And then on May 3rd, oh, wrong year. On May 3rd, we will take you to the Cusco airport. You have a flight to Lima, and from Lima, you fly home. This is a private tour just for one. Everything will be arranged for you, but you will definitely not be alone. My team and I have been working on these beautiful tours in Peru for 18 years, and we welcome you, and I'm very excited to share it with you. Let me know your thoughts. Is it too long? Is it not enough days in the Galapagos? Do you want to change anything? I am here to help you make the trip perfect, and I look forward to your notes. Happy travels.